Cancellations within the gaming world is almost routine, but this canceled game might just sting a little bit more. So let's break that all down, up next. What's going on, guys? It's Kalo, and I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video, and welcome to the Level Up. We live within a gaming world where projects are pitched, halfway developed, and canceled, and that's more times than we can actually count. Now, for every full-blown project we get, such as this upcoming Astrobot game, we get 20 other projects that will most likely never see the light of day. This brings us to today's story, where the news recently broke that Activision canceled a Crash Bandicoot 5 game. And just saying that stings me just a little bit. Now, when talking about games just like this, the various concepts that were pitched for this game tend to be pretty outrageous. Mainly because developers are trying to find a viable story, setting, and characters to create a cohesive game. So with all that being said, let's break down the pitch concepts for Crash Bandicoot 5 because some of them sound pretty damn cool. Up first, this game's setting was pitched to be a school for villainous children. And for those of you who do like Crash Bandicoot, the school in question would have seen the return of the Academy of Evil, which was a hub world for Crash to insanity. Now, every school would need its set of teachers, which would bring me to the next concept for this game. Apparently, it was pitched that teachers within this new look school would be returning villains from previous games. But what if I told you that wasn't even the best part of this now canceled game? Well, it turns out Crash wouldn't be alone on this journey, because it was rumored that Spyro the Dragon would team up with Crash, all to face an interdimensional threat. I mean, come on, this sounds like such a fun game. Fans have been clamoring for a new Spyro for what seems like ages now, and I'm talking about the tried and true Spyro of old. Toys for Bob has been killing it with titles like Crash 4 and the Spyro Reignited trilogy, which, if you haven't played it, I really suggest it. Now that brings me to the other part of this story. Why was this awesome game canceled? I mean, this truly sounds like a game that would sell pretty well amongst fans, and it would be a welcome addition to Game Pass. Well, it turns out at the time, Activision wanted to pivot to more live service games, and this came at the cost of single-player ones. Some have also said this cancellation was also this reflection of Crash 4's less than stellar sales numbers. But I also feel like those sales numbers were set way too high, especially coming off the heels of the Crash Insane trilogy, which did pretty damn well. So even if the game did well, it wouldn't be enough in their eyes. But as we all know, over the years, Activision has become this Call of Duty factory. And while I am very mad at them for this, I really can't knock them, seeing how that's where the money is, and more often than not, any developer will follow the money over their heart. But I don't want to be fully down in this episode today, because once Microsoft stepped in and did buy ABK, Toys for Bob became an independent studio, free to do whatever it is they want to. But once they separated from ABK, they did sign a deal with Xbox to create this loose partnership. Once that happened, they seemingly teased what they might be working on. And that was all within the realm of Crash Bandicoot or Spyro, so fingers crossed. So even though Crash Bandicoot 5 was canceled, who knows, it might come back one day. But at least as for now, Spyro could be in the works under this new Xbox umbrella, and that's all in a weird roundabout way. I honestly think the ride that Toys for Bob has been on has been an insane one. And I do think there's a pretty plausible chance here that we do see another Crash Bandicoot game or another Spyro game within the next few years. But with all that being said, I'm gonna pass it off to you guys. What do you think of this canceled Crash Bandicoot game? But that about does it here. I've been Kalo, I gave you the lowdown on all things gaming. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video, and this has been the Level Up.